Someone recently left a comment that stayed with us in a way we didn't expect. They said, "As a minivan traveler, I understand your feelings." This resonated with us so much because it brought us right back to those early dates, feeling unsure, feeling nervous, and asking ourselves all the basic questions like, where do we sleep? Is it actually safe? How do we shower? How do we go to the bathroom? Or even do laundry in the next 2 months on the road? If these questions are holding you back from starting your own journey, stay with us until the very end of this video, because not only we are going to break down every single one of them from real experience and honest stories, but we also have a little secret to share that surprisingly became a lifesaver for us. Hey friends, welcome back to Camp My Minivan. Today, we want to share what 55 days of living on the road across Canada really looked like, not the road itself, but the everyday routines that held everything together. For those who are new here, yes, we made the full trip from Calgary, Alberta to Summerside and Halifax, Nova Scotia and back. And if you want to see how we converted our Dodge Grand Caravan into a camper, please check out other videos in this channel. Back to the details. During those 55 days, we slept in a mix of places. 23 nights in campgrounds, 21 nights hosted by our friends and family across the country, and 11 nights in free public spots, rest areas, visitor centers, truck stops, and Walmart parking lots. Our first night sleeping on the street came much earlier than expected. On the third day of our trip, we had to make a decision to stop by Saskatoon to buy a used DJI Osmo Pocket camera. We ended up sleeping on the quiet street, unplanned, not reserved. Even though we had permission from the kind seller we met earlier that day to park in front of his house, we still barely slept. Every sound on the street felt suspicious, every passing car made us check the windows, and our bodies stayed tense all night. But when the sun rose the next morning and nothing bad had happened, something shifted. We realized that we were safe, and that tiny moment of survival became a milestone we still remember vividly. Our next night at a little picnic rest area became another quiet milestone for us. We pulled into a small roadside picnic spot where overnight parking was permitted, and honestly, just the idea of sleeping right off the highway terrified us at first. But when we arrived and saw a couple of other vans and mini trucks quietly settling in for the night, certainly we weren't scared anymore. It was our first real taste of the unspoken van life community. You don't have to talk to anyone, just knowing someone else is there, it's enough. So when it came to actually finding places to sleep, we started with almost zero knowledge. Thought our rise guide gave us a solid foundation, but the tool that truly carried us through the trip was the iOverlander 2 app. As beginners, we relied heavily on spots with clear and recent reviews, and whenever possible, we looked for the ones with public washrooms nearby. Those comments helped us understand what to expect and whether a place felt safe enough for the night. Also, as we traveled across the country from west to east, we quickly realized that each region was different and we had to adjust as we went. Some places had Walmarts that allowed overnight parking, some had reliable rest areas, others had small pull-ups along the highway, 24-hour gas stations, truck stops, or even visitor centers marked on the app. And whenever we needed a reset, a hot shower, space to reorganize, a bit of comfort, and a chance to do outdoor activities, we visited national parks, provincial parks, or the private campgrounds. This option became super useful and budget-friendly because our Discovery Pass gave a 25% off the whole summer and recently just extended to the summer of 2026. Yay! Due to the constantly changing schedule, we rarely booked ahead. We quickly checked their availability online and drove in. Only Friday and Saturday nights needed advanced planning since the campgrounds will fill up quickly. People also asked how we knew if a spot were safe, and honestly, the answer is simple. Even with reviews, we don't know until we get there and feel it. There's a certain comfort that comes from pulling into a spot and seeing another van lifer doing the same thing. You don't have to exchange a single word, yet the space instantly feels so grounded. Our rule was simple. If our gut feeling didn't agree with a place, we would move immediately. But the nice thing is, we never actually had to take that second option. Most spots in the app felt safe the moment we pulled in. What surprised us most was how confidence grows quietly without you even realizing it. The more nights we spent on the road, the more natural it became. We even caught ourselves thinking maybe we'll be the first ones here tonight, so anyone who arrives later will feel safe the way we once needed to. So that's how we solved the biggest daily fear, figuring out where to sleep safely, affordably, and often at zero cost. And like any community, van life has unwritten rules. Keep it clean, stay respectful, stay quiet, and live before you draw attention. The next part isn't a day-to-day emergency, but it's an essential part of the bigger picture. How do we shower? How do we go to the bathroom or stay clean out there? The truth is, staying clean on the road is easier than most people think. Some days we enjoy full hot showers at campgrounds. Other days we washed our hair at the sink or use our emergency toilet kit as a small wash station when places were closed. Public restrooms are also everywhere. It's gas stations, rest stops, cafes, visitor centers, and they became part of the rhythm. And for the toilet, that little emergency setup ended up saving us more than once. There was a morning in Ottawa when we were stuck downtown waiting for our van prepared. We started our day very early at 5 a.m., walking from one gas station to another, then to a cafe, and none of the washrooms were open. Our emergency toilet kit saved us at that moment, and it actually felt not too bad. It works, and it takes the stress out of something that we used to worry way too much about. You know, we were even so scared of not having enough water to shower to even try the trick of building a black painted water pipe to heat water for showers. It sounds really good in theory when the sun will heat up the water during the day, but in reality, the wind cools it down even faster. So we ended up overbuilding something that we barely used. Looking back, we had the impression that hygiene is really hard in van life, but it's just a different routine. You will learn and adapt fast. Another part was laundry. We kept enough clothing for 1 or 2 weeks, stored neatly under the bed. We did laundry at friends' homes and truck stops. We had it washed and dry nicely for only $6 at a truck stop in Sault Ste. Marie. So that's how we figured it all out. But even after we solved the daily fears, there was still one thing that truly held our entire trip together. It's routine. Not a strict schedule, but a rhythm, a way to bring stability and predictability into a life that changes every single day. Minivan life doesn't give you 10 choices at once. Some days you only get 1 or 2. And that's exactly why routine becomes the quiet secret that makes everything feel just enough. Each morning we decided how far we wanted to travel, usually around 300 to 400 kilometers, enough to enjoy the scenery, make a few meaningful stops, cook slowly, and still find a safe place to settle before dark. We learned to keep a simple rhythm, choosing consistent times to eat, alternating unplugged dates with electricity days, planning when to recharge our Bluetooth battery, keeping track of when the oil change would come up, picking certain campgrounds for meetings, classes, or work, and checking the weather a few days ahead. We never planned too much, just enough to stay ready, and honestly, that rhythm is what allowed us to thrive on the road. And last but not least, even with a routine holding us together, we needed a space where we could reset completely, places that gave us comfort, nature, and a sense of pause. And that's exactly why campgrounds became such an important part of our journey. Those were where we slowed down, reflected, reset, and remember why we started this journey in the first place. 55 days on the road were our safe days, our beautiful days, and our reminder that even in a tiny minivan, life can feel big, open, and full of meaning. And the magic didn't stop when we reached home. It continued through your comments, your stories, and your well wishes for our upcoming journey. One of you have said, progress is freedom, freedom is progress, and that line captured everything we experienced on the road. The hardest part wasn't driving across the country or finding places to sleep. Looking back, we realized that the hardest part was giving ourselves permission to begin. Thank you for watching, and if this video helped remove even one fear or one blocker off your van life dream, hit subscribe, share with us your stories in the comment section. We'd love to cheer you on. See you in the next adventure at Camp My Minivan.